Hello everyone, it's Gojira Prime here with another toy video, and today I'm going to be going over Titan's Returns Topspin. Now, Topspin has a bit of a special place for me because it was one of the Transformers I owned from the 1980s when I was a kid, and when they brought out this new version of the character, God, a good fair few years ago now, I decided to scoop a version up for myself. I do also have his twin brother, Twin Twist. This version, however, you see here on screen is the Hasbro version, while the Twin Twist version I have is the Takara version, which came with a Minicon weapon as well, which is quite good. But we'll go through this one first of all, and I may do a video on Twin Twist at a later date. But first, as always, we'll start with the vehicle mode, and then I'll go through the robot mode, and then we'll do some size comparisons. So first off, I think we'll just actually go over the Headmaster unit, or the Titan Master, as they were called. This is the Titan Master for Topspin. I do wish he wasn't actually a Titan Master. He wasn't originally a Titan Master in the comics or the original toy, but for some reason they did him as a Titan Master or a Headmaster on this occasion. And that's his Headmaster unit there. I forget what this is called, but you know, very limited articulation, just a little bit on the arms here. The head does also go around as well a little bit, but you know, its primary function for me is to serve as the head, which is a very, very nice sculpt indeed. Nice blue visor, bit of yellow there in the middle just to break things up, and the silver face there. So that's quite nice. You do also get two weapons for the character to hold, so he can dual hold them. They are meant to plug into his vehicle mode in these ports here on the wings, with these little tabs that you can see there. So they just plug in like so. And then he's got some under, if you can get him to hold in, that is. Then he's got some under wing weapons like that. The vehicle mode itself, it's not based on anything real. It's meant to be some sort of like alien space fighter thing. It's quite nice. I quite like the design. Big blue engines at the back, which form the legs in robot mode. Some nice thruster details there. Some nice details up front. You've got the Autobot logo here at the front. The cockpit does open up. I can get it to work. There we go. And you can fit the Titan Master into the cockpit like that, and it will close down on them like that. The wings on mine are quite stiff still, so they don't flap about too much. But yeah, all in all, he does also have some landing gear here at the front too, which you can put down if you want, but he has no landing gear at the rear, just these raised bits here. So I don't tend to bother with the landing gear much. But all in all, a very nice starfighter alternate mode. And some very nice molded details on there as well. So what I'll do is I'll just pause the video, get him transformed into robot mode, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I've now got Topspin in his robot mode, and I've just not attached the head yet. I'll do that in just a moment. But the robot mode is very, very nice, very reminiscent of how he appeared in some ways with the original toy back in the 1980s. Obviously, the original toy was what was called a Flip Master, I think, back in the day, and you would pull the figure back in its vehicle mode. It would run along the ground a little bit and then flip up and automatically transform. This guy obviously does not do that, but still, the robot mode is a very nice modern version on that character. You can see here the grills that were forming the engines at the back for the feet, and there's a couple of the rocket boosters. Chest section's nicely molded with a nice Autobot logo here at the waist, and you do get some movement at the shoulder, movement at the elbow. There is no wrist articulation. Legs can go up, knees can go down, but there's no ankle movement at all. So that's pretty standard for a figure from about 6-7 years ago. The headmaster, once it's transformed into head, goes into this blue port here at the top. And you just have to make sure you get the connector head piece the right way around, and then you can just swivel the head around. And the head is, can look up like that, side to side. So that's all right as well. And then you can take the individual blasters and just plug them into the character's hands like that. And that's about it really for Topspin. It's a nice deluxe class figure from the Titan Master line. I do wish they hadn't done the character as a Titan Master because he wasn't a headmaster in the original run of the series, but I'm happy to have a modern day version of Topspin in my collection at the end of the day, especially since it was one of the few characters I did have as a kid growing up. So just to do some size comparisons, let's get him to stand there. I'll lower my camera down a bit for this bit. So here he is next to Command Class Optimus Prime. Oops, sorry about that. So Prime's a fair bit bigger than him. There we go. It's a bit better. Here he is next to Age of the Primes Hot Rod, who will not stand up on this fake green grass. And then here he is again with a more recent deluxe class figure, which again doesn't want to seem to stand up very well on my my grass. But there you go, that's Titans Returns Topspin. All in all, I think it's a very nice figure, and if you do get a chance to add it to your collection, I would highly recommend it. But let me know in the comments section, do you have this figure in your collection? Did you have the original Topspin? Or do you have any of this version's repaints that have come out recently as well? Do let me know in the comments section, hit like, hit subscribe, and thank you for taking the time to watch the video.